Just hit a button, Morty, give me a beat!
Oh man, okay, alright,
Should Manchester City swap Sergio Aguero for Lautaro Martinez? A statistical and tactical analysis. In this video I will be discussing a potential Lautaro Martinez, Sergio Aguero swap deal, analyse Lautaro's style of play and how good he actually is before looking at how he'd fit into Pep Guardiola's system tactically, before at the end I give my verdict on whether City should go ahead with the deal or not, so keep watching till the end for that. So it's still unclear whether Manchester City's proposed Champions League ban for 2 years will actually be enforced by UEFA. There's been a lot of speculation about Manchester City's top players potentially leaving the club in search of Champions League football. The player who's been linked with a move away from City most prominently has been Sergio Aguero. This because Aguero will be 32 in June and has just 1 year left on his contract, meaning that if his contract isn't extended, he'll be able to leave City on a free next season. This may not have been such a big problem for City had they not been facing a Champions League ban, as they may have looked to offload aging Aguero anyway and sign a younger striker rather than tying down the Argentine to a 2 or 3 year contract, which would have seen him become a declining player on big wages. However, now the task of replacing Aguero is a lot harder, with many players not wanting to move to a club where they are guaranteed to not be playing Champions League football for the next 2 seasons of their career. The player that has been most notably linked with replacing Aguero is his fellow Argentine Lautaro Martinez. This deal would make sense on paper. Lautaro is only 22, 23 in August, so may be willing to accept a brief absence of Champions League football if it meant moving to a side who in the long term have a better chance of winning it than his current side Inter Milan do. Also, this kind of deal would offer City the chance to cash in on Aguero, who could be used as some sort of makeway to bring Lautaro in, which you would imagine would suit Aguero and Inter, as Inter get a replacement and in many ways an improvement on the departing Lautaro Martinez, and Aguero would get an extended contract at a Champions League club. In terms of potential transfer fees involved, it seems that Lautaro has some sort of release clause in his contract of around €111 million or £100 million, and I imagine that City would value Aguero at around £40 million, which could see a deal being struck for City to pay Inter, say £60 million plus Aguero, for Lautaro to move to the Etihad. But what sort of player is Lautaro Martinez and how good is he, and also how would he fit into Pep's system at City? But before I get into that, remember to subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you get notified when the rest of the episodes in my Who Barcelona Should Sign series come out. The first 2 episodes will be linked in the description below. While Lautaro Martinez can best be described as a deep line forward false 9 type of striker who will drop deep from the forward line and look to receive the ball in the space behind the midfield before turning and dribbling at the back line. He has completed 1.5 dribbles per 90 minutes, which is the 9th most of any striker in Serie A, not as good as someone like Paulo Dybala, who is recording 2.5 per 90, but still a high amount, especially for a centre forward. The thing I like most about Lautaro is that he's excellent at linking the attack. When he drops deep and receives the ball, he is very good at laying off passes to teammates behind him, or spinning the defender, pressurising him and playing a ball forward for an on-running player. This is an attribute that Aguero has as well and is something that is needed from the striker playing in Pep's 4-3-3 system, but I will come on to that tactical role later on in the video. Looking at him from a statistical point of view, we see a player who is performing well and showing great potential, but not quite producing world-class output just yet. He has underperformed his expected goals rate this season by 0.57, which isn't bad, shows he is finishing chances that you would expect him to more often than not. He does have the 7th highest non-expected goals rate in the league of 0.54 per 90, just below Cristiano Ronaldo, who has recorded 0.58 per 90, which shows that Lautaro is getting into goal scoring positions frequently and suggests that if his finishing can improve slightly, then he can be hitting 20 goals a season very soon. While he can link the attack and allow his side to move from the middle to the final third, he does need to improve his overall ability to create chances. He has an expected assist rate of just 0.08 per 90 and has only completed 1.1 key passes per 90 this season, ranking 23rd for this stat in terms of strikers in Serie A, which is underwhelming, particularly for a striker who plays the role of a deep line forward. If we compare him statistically to Sergio Aguero, we can see the difference in output. Whilst their chance creation metrics are similar with their key passes and expected assists per 90 almost the same, Aguero is a level above when it comes to goal scoring ability, having a higher expected goals rate and scoring more goals per 90 as well, though they are having a similar amount of shots. This signals to me that whilst not at Aguero's level at the moment, if Lautaro can improve his movement and finishing ability, then he can easily get to Aguero's level. A better comparison may be with the current likely successor to Aguero, Gabriel Jesus. Just looking at their stats models over each other, it seems to suggest that Gabriel Jesus is by far outperforming Lautaro Martinez. However, if we analyse the numbers further, we can come to a far more accurate assessment. While Jesus is recording far more assists than the Inter striker, their key passes and expected assists per 90 rates are similar, and even though Jesus is massively outperforming Lautaro for expected goals and goals per 90, we can see that in fact both players are underperforming their XG rates, but Jesus is underperforming his by a lot more than Lautaro is with his, with Jesus being an underperformance of 3.72 non-penalty goals to Lautaro's 1.05 underperformance. From this I would say that whilst Jesus' numbers are far higher at the moment, this is largely due to the fact that he's playing in a Manchester City side that are far better offensively than Lautaro's Inter side, meaning that Gabriel Jesus gets far more opportunities to score and the chances he creates are more likely to be finished, and if Lautaro was put in this City side, he would have a similar or greater amount of output to what Jesus is producing right now. So if signed, how would Lautaro Martinez fit into Pep Guardiola's 4-3-3 system? Well, he'd be used as a deep lying forward with a similar task to the one expected of him at Inter Milan, which is to drop deep from the forward line, link the attack and progress the ball from the middle to the final third. Lautaro's movement deep would likely drag a centre back out of the back line, opening up space for the inside forwards, Mahrez and Sterling, to make diagonal runs in behind the back line into goal scoring positions. Lautaro will also be tasked with sitting in between the centre backs when the ball is in the final third, and knowing when to pull out and open up a channel for a pass for him to receive on the edge of the box, and when to make a quick darting run in behind looking for a through ball. Lautaro would also fulfil the pressing role of the forward in the system when City are out of possession, maybe to a better standard than Aguero does. This can be seen as he's recorded the 10th most tackles of any striker in Serie A with 0.8 per 90 and the most interceptions of any striker with 0.6 per 90 despite playing for a side in the top 3. In terms of rating Lautaro Martinez, I'd give him a 7.3 for current ability, which is inside the Champions League quality bracket, and I think he has extreme potential, with the ability to become a legendary striker, which is why I'd give him a 9.2. So overall, should Manchester City use Sergio Augero as a part of a swap deal with Lautaro Martinez? I would say yes if the deal is financially possible. This is because I think City will need to replace Aguero at the end of the season anyway, in order to have someone of quality to compete with Jesus for that starting spot. City aren't going to be able to attract someone like Dybala because of their Champions League ban, so I think Lautaro is the highest quality striker that they can realistically get. He fits the system well and is exactly the sort of striker that City need, and is young enough to where he has the potential to really explode in the next few seasons and become a world-class striker, which to me is an opportunity that City cannot pass up, which is why I think City should look to cash in on Aguero and get Lautaro Martinez this summer before Barcelona or Real Madrid get him. Thank you for watching. Remember to give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.
Steps past Toure, but not past Zambrano. Given straight to Paul Scholes! What about that? What about that? 14 minutes gone. Breakthrough for Manchester United. An unstoppable shot from Paul Scholes.